Hey Canucks fans, the Vancouver Canucks have won their 7th game in a row. They defeated the Anaheim Ducks 2-1 in overtime. Let's talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. So many great individual performances that we'll get into in a minute, but I want to talk about the team as a whole. Their first game since December the 16th, and it looked like it in the first period. Kind of slow, uneven, choppy. But as the game went on, especially in the third period, the Canucks proved to be the sharper and the better team. We see that in the shots, 37-23. We see that in the hits, 30-20. We see that in the blocks, 18-10. So the Canucks basically outplayed the Ducks in all facets of the game. So let's talk about some individual performances. I always like starting with Thatcher Demko. Only one goal against again, so 22 saves on 23 shots. The only goal to beat him was that partial breakaway by Carrick with about 3.5 minutes left in the first period. So I love Thatcher Demko's game, made some really good saves. Wasn't tested, obviously, as much as John Gibson, who also played an outstanding game. But we're talking about the Canucks here. This isn't a Ducks blog, so we're talking about the Canucks. So let's give Thatcher Demko a big thumbs up. Certainly one of the players that I liked. I liked the play of JT Miller. A goal and an assist, the game-winning goal in overtime. Such a brilliant play after him and Myers were caught out of position. The Ducks turned it over. And by the way, I tweeted that the Ducks, they turned the puck over a lot. I'm surprised the Canucks didn't capitalize even more, but they did capitalize when it mattered. JT Miller pokes the puck off the boards to himself. Not sure why Gibson didn't come out and challenge him. Regardless, Miller puts it in, adding to the assist that he had on Tanner Pearson's third period goal. A 2-point night for Miller, factoring in both of the Canucks goals. But not just the 2 points, 5 hits as well. So a monster game for JT Miller. I like the play of Tanner Pearson, not just because he scored the first goal for the Canucks, but he had 7 shots on goal and 3 block shots. So a big game for Tanner Pearson. And we're starting to see his value. I know he's not as flashy as the Petterssons, the Bessers, the Millers, the Hughes of the world, but he is playing very well as well. Bo Horvat didn't factor on the score sheet, but he was a monster tonight. Had a lot of good looks, 6 shots on goal and 3 hits for him. Also, Niels Höglander, his line mate, also 6 shots on goal. So then you add those 2 guys with Dickinson, who had no shots on goal, but the other 2 guys had 12 shots between them. I also like the play of the Pettersson, Podkolzin, Garland line as a whole. They were creating a lot of chances in the offensive zone, and you see that with Carter Garland, 5 shots on goal for him. And then I'm thinking PD had another 3, and Podkolzin didn't have. Podkolzin, he was more noticeable than his stats would suggest. Would suggest. So you see some big totals for shots. Garland with 5, Höglander with 6, Horvat with 6, Pearson with 7. Some big totals when it comes to hits. JT Miller with 5, and I'm talking about the forwards here. And then block shots, you had Pearson with 3. So overall, I thought the forwards played really well. Even the fourth line of Mott, Dowling, Lamco held their own as well. When it comes to the defensemen, Luke Schenn, 5 hits and 2 blocks. And then you had Tyler Myers, a beast again, 24 minutes, the most of all defensemen, 7 hits and 4 blocks. So Myers and Hughes were +1. So Myers playing so well on the back end. So many things that I liked about the Canucks performance tonight. What didn't I like? Well, nitpicking on a 7th straight win, but you do look at maybe the first goal. Don't like the way that Poolman pinched, and I thought Hunt was a little slow to get over there. Overall, they only played 14 and a half minutes for Pullman, 13 and a half for Hunt, whereas the other 4 guys had 20 minutes plus, which makes sense because they were the bottom pairing. And, I think all the shade we would throw at Myers in previous seasons, I think now Pullman is getting a lot of it because Pullman hasn't really performed that well, and I didn't like his play on that goal. But overall, they played okay. I'm just pointing them out because that mistake was quite noticeable. Also, I like the Canucks penalty kill. I forgot to mention that. They went 4 for 4. I don't like the fact that they took 4 penalties and their power play just 0 for 2. So not going to fret too much. It's still a CCSTS. Clay's cumulative special team stats of 100% on the penalty kill, 0% on the power play. So I did like the penalty kill. Power play could have been a bit better, but it wasn't brutal. Only 2 chances for the night. So maybe you want the Canucks to draw a few more chances, at least draw a few more penalties. And I guess one other thing that I didn't like, you want the Canucks to capitalize on all their good chances. They had some really, really good chances. So much so that this is one of the kind of game where opponents often do it to us. They outshoot us, or they used to at least, and then Demko would have to stand on his head. While Gibson was kind of doing that for the Ducks, we were making him look really good. But guys like Horvat, Garland, Petey all had some really, really good, Hoglander all had some really good chances. So you want to see them bury some of those. But I'm not going to rag on them too much. It's their first game in 13 days, and the Canucks won. So again, with losses, I usually nitpicking when it comes to things that I didn't like. One other thing, the Canucks are at 500. Yes, they're at 500. 15, 15, and 2. 32 points in 32 games. Amazing to think that they've won 7. So obviously they were 7 games under 500 when Bruce Boudreau took over on December 6th. And now they have won those 7 to claw back to 500 tonight on December the 29th. Even ahead of December 31st, which was my pie in the sky, target. And they surpassed it by 2 days. So they could actually be above 500 by the end of the night tomorrow. Wow. So I'm so pumped, you guys. I'm so pumped, and I hope you guys will join me on my live stream. I'm going to start in about 20 minutes at 10:45. So I hope you join me there where we'll talk more about this game. We'll talk about the fact that the Canucks are indeed 500. So tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, and tell me one other thing. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Want to give a shout out to my legendary Lucas Gage, legendary Andrew Chang. I always say Andrews Chang now. Andrew Chang. To my hero members, nucksfan number 29 and Just Incredible. To Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Sim Alexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Carol Bovenlander, and HSM Fangirl Gaming. Thanks for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. If you want to become a member of this channel or upgrade your membership, press the join button underneath this or in my videos or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you like to. Leave a comment down below if you like to. What'd you like? What didn't you like? One other thing. And make sure you become a member of the channel if you'd like to. One other thing, and I'll talk about it on my live stream tonight in a few minutes. On Sunday night, not tonight, on Sunday night, I'll be awarding a pair of tickets, or at least one ticket, and I'll explain why on my live stream, to this Wednesday's game, Vancouver Canucks' next home game, hosting the New York Islanders. So you want to be on my Sunday night live stream starting at 10 p.m. to have a chance to win at least one, if not both tickets to that game. Again, Wednesday, January the 5th, that's the game. Canucks hosting the Islanders. I'll be drawing a winner for that game on my Sunday night live stream. So tonight, not awarding any prizes, but I'd still love for you to join me. I'll put the link to the live stream right in the video description. So again, tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, and tell me one other thing. The Canucks are 500. They've won 7 in a row. We're all feeling good. And the playoffs are within a few games for us. Amazing stuff. You wouldn't have thought this would be possible at the start of December. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great night, and I'll see you on my live stream. God bless, and go Canucks go.